The jump boost may come out for the wide peak, for an instantaneous 5-man peak outside of long, but they're keeping their opponents in dark right now, not showing their position, and there comes the peak, instantaneously deleting Crucial, saying, hello guys, oh, okay, I'm dead. But all of a sudden, that will mean that Big get themselves a numbers advantage, heading into the B site. Double smokes coming right out, as they do approach Flames.
The push forward. Can they get it done? Tapson does find one through the smoke, and it's pretty much just the spam. But so much utility bot for Big. They get themselves onto the site and the plant will come through. Is there going to be a sneaky jump up? He actually denies the bomb plant. It's now dropped out in the open. Does need to go a bit of an aggressive peek to grab it, but Xantares finds the head of Robin, making it a 1v2 for Mighty Max. They are split up, so he can definitely make this into a favorable fight, but they're going to push him together. He finds the first, gets gushed for the second, and will lose the engagement in the end, but nonetheless, a very...
regard. But at this point, Big, with the better riflery, Galil's all around, will try and replicate their success over to A long. The Flames this time is gathered here in pit.
Robin with the scout long range. If he gets a tag while they jump across, the player in pit can finish the job, and that's what they're looking for. The scout peeks wide from Searson. There's going to be the D-goal. Spam's coming through. No one's actually checking pit. Flames can go absolutely big, but he has to play this perfectly. He finds the first, finds second, looks for the third, doesn't get the full shot connection. Pop the headshot onto Xantares. Robin finds Tapson, who has to peek wide to get rid of the pit player, and it's all on to Tizia. No one checks pit, and an absolutely disastrous mistake has been made for the Big side. Tizian is still alive, but he is so incredibly low. Just needs one tag and then he falls, and that's exactly what happened with those two players down as well, and that's a big issue. The mid cross, Xantares tries to go for the jump across, but that's going to be crucial with the AWP. I mean, he's also been one of those players that has, over a short period of time, quickly improved drastically with Endpoint. And definitely, as a Dutch player, big proud point, seeming we don't have too many players left in the scene.
Obviously you have to go there, but the push does come through. Robin, oh, he gets instantly deleted. Surreal, though. Surreal, excuse me. Oh, absolutely insane, but no, not going to work too much out of that one, because Searson does take the advantage into it, but they manage to avert the crisis and get themselves a win, keeping themselves in the game. Oh, that was dirty.
Yeah, you see something very slightly moving on top of it, and you're like, wait, what? Previous rounds were so incredibly costly. They don't have much to work with. Mighty Max is actually going to be taken down first towards mid, and Crucial misses the shot, needs to try and duck away, but Quito with a crisp, clean headshot. The AWP gets picked up by Robin in the meantime. It's on the side, peeking wide. Flame shut down by Searson, who found his first 2 kills of this series in this round, so he's finally started to wake up as well, and not a moment too soon, ex-warrior.
Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. Little double smoke coming through may accumulate to a little bit of a push here. Quito still lurking around, sticking around towards tunnel, is able to cause some havoc. It's all up to Robin right now, and if he makes this happen, he needs nothing less than a miracle. Spots a play outside from long. Does take him some time to find the shot upon him, but he's able to find it in the end. Information dedicating anyone towards mid, but if any sort of aggression is shown from Endpoint, they gain so much information, but no such aggression will come through. They'll hold down the line, and Big could come up with a surprise HE grenade. Oh, Searson and Tizian lose so much health, but it's all trickling in. Flash does come through. Mighty Max not able to do too much, and Big, even though they lose so much health in the process, they're able to survive with all 5 players and get the bomb down.
Yeah, and especially no deaths on the side of Big, no kits on the side of Endpoint, so the round is over. They're just going to immediately save their weapon. So he is going to be moving forward, or at least trying to drop a couple more of these rifles from the side of Endpoint. Getting close, not going to over-aggress, it seems, and he's just going to be still holding on to that position, but it's going to be an A short push with Crucial on that AWP. He has to go absolutely nuts to defend this if they're going to pounce on towards that A site. They still have a minute left on the clock. They can decide whatever they want to do, but Flames lose this life, and now Crucial, he has 2 angles he has to deal with. Finds it first, looks for the second, does not get the shot connection. xantares is not on the flanks. Real finds xantares in the meantime towards mid, but Crucial is still alive, and that's the big factor. Even though he's the last one standing, he's still going strong. Crucial with the second, sorry, but it's not gonna be enough. It is gonna be big winning. Completely dreadful going forward. Look at Searson. He's got absolutely balls of steel. Misses 2 shots though. Still alive somehow. Guy just mighty max in the end. Looked for a peek onto Surreal, but I mean, he should never stay alive that long and even get a kill.
How does that even happen? But Big are going to continue onto the B side. Surreal still holding it down with an M4. xantares, he's able to find that frag, but Robin now will try and come close. He's going to have to wait for reinforcements though. Bomb getting down, 3 against 3. The B site is one of the hardest sites to just retake, and an equal footing with 3 players on each side. It is going to be a tough ask for them. There's plenty of flashes still left for the Endpoint side to get the retake on, but they need that entry frag. They need to find that first pick. Time is ticking, and there's not much time on it either. They need to get going soon. Molly thrown out, xantares out of position, up to the car position, getting nice little spray down. He's able to find 2! Taps him with 1, xantares with the other. Tizian times in for the 3rd.
Clock, and well, this is not where Big wants to be. This is also not a round where they managed to get the first kill of the round, as we saw that stat. Because from their 10 rounds that they've won, 9 of them were when they got the first kill. Taps and finds a catch though, but mid-cross came through. The bomb is headed towards the B bomb site, and it's going to be all on Mighty Max to deny this bomb plant at the moment. He has to go absolutely huge here. 15 seconds left on the clock. Can he get the bomb? But Carrier knows, and xantares drops his face, and it's going to be all on flames right now in a 1v2 situation. xantares definitely should have heard the steps, and yeah, they're rotating k1to in to help xantares on the side. Peeks wide, finds it first. Look at that complete peek coming through, but k1to survives with 3. X-Warrior, 3 HP. Endpoint. Taps and finds a kill though, but gets dropped in the meantime. There's the rush through the smoke. A little bit of a gap to try and spot plays through, but the jump makes it securely towards the site. Endpoint, they're a man down, and they will go for the bomb plant here, but they don't expect Searson to peek from that angle. Does get himself gooshed, overwhelmed by Surreal, who's still alive right now. A minute left on the clock in a 1v2 situation. Drop 2. Still possible. Does need to be careful of the play along. They're going to double peek him though. He peeks a little bit too wide, and the wall. Well, it's going to be the cross out towards a... Ooh, that's a nasty HE. Coming through, spam through from Tapson. Though they don't have necessarily the best weapons for defense. Tapson, they know exactly where he is. Towards Goose, he finds it first, but gets straight out immediately by Crucial. Seriously, with the scouts, long range... Does not get the catch. There he goes. Crucial dropped. The bomb will get planted. At least they gain that extra cash influx on Endpoint, and they're going to try and hold on to the site. No jumping shenanigans just yet from Big. The peek from Flames gets a heavy tag on one of the CTs trying to cover in. That's going to be Tizian pushing forward. Soul on Flames. Too many targets to deal with, and it's going to be Big on the 13. Endpoint in trouble. But then again... You know, plus for Endpoint, and as you said, there's always hope. It's not the biggest hope, but I've seen a lot of comebacks as of late. Rush through the smoke, another smoke play attempt coming out from Big and not working in their favor. And they're even rotating the last players slowly towards that A side. Searson right behind the smoke with the scouts in hand, tries to go very close and personal, and it's just going to be k1to and xantares pushing towards side. k1to even opting to play with the deagle instead of the MP9. Finds himself the kill onto Robin, though. A little bit of economic damage is what he's looking for. Loses his teammate. Will only find himself one and edge to work with in terms of util, and it's going to be k1to with the AWP. Gets spotted out, and that's the big problem. He wasn't ready to actually go for a full fighting peek. xantares blinded. Does get a heavy tag onto Robin, but not a kill secured. There's going to be xantares still aggressing forward into the smoke here. The flash from his teammate comes out. He peeks wide, finds it first, does not guess correctly, unfortunately, and it's going to be Tapson in a 1 versus 3. Might as well go for the hero play, but it's not going to be paying off. They will.
And as soon as Searson realizes he'll have his AWP scoped in right in position to receive these players.
Can the utility hold these terrorists back long enough? And the AWP of Searson needs pretty much to go nuts on this defense to try and hold it down. tabseN finds it first, drops Robin. Endpoint, a man down. We know the statistics that favor Big in that regard. tabseN jumps on site. There's going to be a double in return, though, but the damage is pretty heavy on the side. Searson misses a crucial shot onto, exactly, crucial. Yes, that joke's going to be made a lot of the time, and it's going to be Tizian and Searson finding a catch nonetheless, putting Mighty Max in a clutch situation. Already has himself two, needs to rush towards that B-bomb side. 15 seconds left on the clock. This is his moment to shine. But the problem is this cross. Can he get it done without dropping? No, he does not. Searson with a big shot. The mid cross from Big. xantares with the M4 peaks wide. Gets the headshot, but crucial. Gets the crucial headshot himself. Shuts down xantares, and all of a sudden, bam, bam, bam. Endpoint get themselves 3 kills in a matter of seconds. Big are now just trying to save their weapons, and it's not really going to be paying off because it's all on Searson in a 1 versus 5 with an AWP, and there's really nothing holding Endpoint back from going on a full-on hunt.
Nothing at all. 1v5, though, Searson is not going to be able to do too much, but like previously mentioned, right, Endpoint, the fact that they're winning these rounds does not, even if they lose this map, does put them on that confidence point, does show that they can win rounds against Big, their own map pick. Robin, he's been able to spot out the shadow of Searson, I believe. Down. Searson's got Tizian's back, but they know what's coming in. They know what's coming out. HG going to be thrown. He's able to find that spray down with Tizian. That's going to shut down one player, and that's Big with a numbers advantage. We know their convergence on to that round, but they do have bomb control. They know exactly where it's going to be. Smoke to be drawn out as well. Keto knows there's going to be reinforcements to that side, so he's got the cross down forwards. He's able to find that kill, but the flash will come through now for Endpoint. They're going to try and challenge this boost through the smoke. Oh my word, they're in trouble. He's going to jump onto this. Oh, they're making a lot of noise, though, and they've been able to collect the bomb. Endpoint have just averted the crisis, but they lose 2 players in the process. And that's going to be a very tough ask for them to come back right back from this one. 30 seconds remaining. The time is ticking, and they've gained no ground whatsoever. Mighty Max in the corner. A little bit of a peek to come through, but the swing is true from Big. 2 players strong. 2 players left for Endpoint. 1 now on Crucial. The hope to stay in this map is all up to him, but it's not going to stay true. Big with 16. End off the map. Get their own map pick underway, but it's Endpoint's up next to prove if they can get that one. Not even 1. Well, thank you. It's very generous of you. Wonderful and glorious, TK Truman. But yeah, heading into this one, Inferno is going to be a fun one. Already 1-0 for the Big side. Already heading into this one with the pistol rounds. Keto able to find 1 Crucial with the other 2. tabseN is able to find the trade in. 3-on-3 so far, but the push does come through onto the A site. B was more of a distraction at that point. But they need to be careful because tabseN will try and come across with a flank, though. Pick coming through. Not much damage inflicted. Finally, maybe a frag, but no. Surreal's taking his time to find that headshot. Finally does connect it in the end. Mighty Max getting the one onto Searson, but now it's all up to tabseN. In a 1v3 scenario, but that doesn't really favor him now that the bomber has been planted. As soon as he does peek through, they'll know exactly where he is, and 2 players will turn upon him, even if he does find a pick, though. Spotted out, not even going to find that pick. Mighty Max finding the kill and going towards mid. Perhaps the A site to be taken. Smoke's coming through as well. Both Library and Arch will be smoked off. And it seems like some sort of a long push to come underway. Only 2 people on that A site here for the Big side, though. Scout shot coming through from Crucial, but that's going to be it. It's Tizian. He's able to find 1, but not for long. Mighty Max is able to shut that down. Without too much ado, bomb will get planted. 3 people now remaining for the Big side. Deagle's at hand, and just a P250 here from tabseN, but I think they just want to hold on to their Kevlar for the next round, knowing that they'll have to eco either way. Having those Deagles will be that much more possible. And retake situation here on Inferno, with lesser Mac 10s, may have to deal with this one. Surreal is able to find that quick frag, though, but no aggression will be followed suit. But with 30 seconds remaining, time is ticking, and they need to get this push on. Oh, it's going to be close.
xantares can go big, finds a first, jiggling around the side, very annoying angle to deal with him, finds a second as well, taken down in the end, but tabseN, oh no, he tried to get the sneaky beaky flank, but there's going to be Flames and Robin both pouncing in. Searson with the AWP. Is he really going to attempt it? No kit on him at the moment. 2 flash, AWP in hand. If he finds a quick opening, possibly. But it's also a very costly weapon that you kind of want to keep safe on the side of Big, and he's just going to disengage. X-Warrior. Endpoint come out swinging, and they do manage to turn it around in the...
Even get themselves to a 5th. So it's crucial they win this round, or else they'll be in massive, massive trouble.
Flames peeking wide, finds himself Keto, and xantares with the FAMAS. It's just going to fall back towards the side. Rotation comes out from his buddy Tabson to defend that B bomb site. But Endpoint still have a lot of time to work with. And Big actually lost a player in the server. That is very unfortunate. And they're also going to get blinded towards the B bomb site. Luckily, there is still xantares with the...
Oh,
hello?
no. Oh. Oh. That was a brain dead situation, and we're not going to be able to play-by-play this rest of this round, because that was the highlight of it. Oh, dear.
That was a 1G
xantares.
and then some.
Oh, no. Yeah, but it happens to the best of us. It happens
I mean,
to the best
I was
of us.
watching it, and I saw him pick up the molly, and it was like, okay, he's going to hit it on the right side of the...
Right. They need to be fast, though, because the rotation from xantares could really pincer them in. But they are going to
It's
come
all about
in.
timing.
It is.
Oh,
Nice
that
shot.
is perfect timing. And that's the disengage. The save coming out from Big and the round win for Endpoint. Nice one. They pretty much pushed quickly and aggressively at the start of the round and then immediately halted their move. It's a little bit strange how Tapson held the long position with the constant repeaks while being pretty much no HP. But nonetheless... it is going to be Endpoint on 6. Pretty nicely here for the side of Big. Started stepping up massively in this game. So far, the strongest from his team. Peek out wide. Surreal finds Searson. Tizian with the trade, of course, boosted on top. It's going to be towards that B bomb site. xantares on his lonesome in a 1v2 situation. The rotations are very far away, but he's going to be staying hidden all the way in dark. In the shadows, he lurks. The chicken is keeping an eye on him. Actually looking in his direction, trying to give information to the terrorists at the moment. They have a molly, so they can flush out one of the angles. Robin, where is he going to toss that molly? And he's going to expect new box. It's not there. It's going to be xantares. I mean, is Crucial going to peek him? Yes, he is, but he's not going to expect him completely. Robin in a 1v3 is not going to get it done. And xantares with the 1v picked up for Endpoint, and Big, they are looking like they're in struggle city at the moment. System with the AWP catches Flames off guard. It's going to be a 4-on-4 going forward. The push towards the side, but it is again the man, the myth, the legend. xantares on the side. Can he go big? Searson peeks past the smoke, doesn't drop, goes for the repeak. Stays alive with 1 HP. How is this possible, X-Warrior?
Oh, I have no idea, but he could fall right here, right now. Mightymax is able to find one. Searson, though, with a trade on with the AWP. Searson's still alive. 1 HP. No idea how he's able to do that, but just the fly to hit him in his eye, that should be his death. A very ugly death, but death nonetheless. For Searson holding down that one, finally falling through to the hands of Mightymax. Down to a 2-on-2, but they need to get the bomb plant. Now the far pick there comes through, and Tizian is a little bit too far from this. One bullet should do it on the chest of Mightymax to end his life, as the bomb does get planted. Spray down does come through on the more healthy Robin, but the solidifier is there.
Is still a dangerous word when it comes to CSGO, but definitely expecting Endpoint to go big here. Tapson, however, is going to throw out the defense. They rush back onto the site. Tapson gets himself a second, and the site is pretty much locked in favor of Big at the moment. Tapson just jiggling around. The molly towards Big Pit as well forces the player out of that angle. Crucial, however, with the AWP. Close range shotgun games coming out. But xantares, he finds himself one, but the trades are there again constantly. It's Searson with the AWP not getting it done. It's Endpoint, like the Endpoint streak of their statistics, because they lost the first pick.
Yeah, true, but they haven't even lost a round yet, right? So they still have a chance with it. They have lost a few picks in the past and still converted it into a win. This might be one of them. Mightymax, though, completely blind, but he's able to find a nice quick shot onto xantares. Tizian has a nice little angle through the smoke there, nice little gap, but Surreal can spot him out first, and that's what matters. Though Tabson still in pit, still unspotted, still unscathed, but not for long. as Robin is able to shut him down. 2 now left now for Big. Make that 1, because Crucial just make me bite my words. Endpoint looking to make it a 12. And if that is the case, that is so dominant on the T side that I don't even know. It's very impressive. They know exactly where Citizen was. Shutting him down was
remember in a far distant past, but it is not exactly what you're looking for if you're Big, having technical issues constantly. Now there's going to be a quick push towards that A bomb site on the site. Surreal and Mighty Max both chime in for a kill. Nice taps from Surreal. Tags down Keto very low as well. And Tapson, this is looking like they're going to get absolutely crushed unless Tapson gets himself a nice catch. If they find Surreal here cleanly, they could have gotten the job done. But Surreal with a quad kill in the secondary pistol. Endpoint.
As we do approach the 1 minute mark, HU gonna need more, gonna do some damage. Ouchie! Takes about 100 HP out of all those players, and now all of a sudden Surreal is on the back foot here. Mighty Max holding it down from sight. Assistance there with Crucial, but is that going to be enough as Big are starting to trickle in? Keto with 1, taps and finds the other. It's Big now with the advantage. Flames and Robin all by themselves. Kevlar at hand, Deagles as well. They're going to save them on to the next round because it's an eco up ahead for them. Big with the 5th, starting to close the gap. This kind of reminds me of the previous map, but the sides have kind of changed. Thrown at him, needs to fall back from xantarespeek holding down the line here in Banana, but the peak may come through here from Flames. MP9 not going to win it through, but the trade is out. Robin trying to get the spray down for the 2nd, but he's only good for 1 for the time being. Picks up the kit. Has 1 already. Taps him, will try and follow through on this all by himself. Finds a better spray down. He gets it. 3 on 4 right now. Endpoint on the back foot once more. Big can have free range over the B site. It's a free take, but they do not know of this just yet. No information in regards of the availability of the B site. And Endpoint just pull the trigger, fall back, play safe. And if Big get the bomb planted on B, it's probably going to be a save around for the Endpoint side, knowing how vulnerable their economy is right now.
Yeah, it's pretty much once they lost the 2 players towards Banana, they kind of gamble stacked towards A, hoping that the terrorists would rotate the other way. And, well, if they don't, then you just save your weapons. Have that teams that once that, you know, it all goes downhill pretty quickly, they forget that they have multiple timeouts per map that they can use. Yes, we've already had a couple of technical long duration timeouts with pick with the AWP. This time around, Big are grouping up all in Banana, looking for that B bomb site hit. And Flames will be ready with that molly to try and deny the push coming forward. The rotations need to be made quickly. Flames, there's a big fat gap in the smoke. He peeks wide. It's gonna be the kill onto Xantares, but the trade frag comes through. A 4 on 4. Technically, Endpoint did get the opening pick though, so that's something to work with, especially with Robin getting himself a Colette spray down. Oh my god, a triple. Seriously trying to disengage. Endpoint on 14, just like that. Robin,
they want to get themselves right back in game, and that win was commanding. And my, look at the lineup there from Robin. Simple stuff, but Big, they weren't waiting for it. The flash coming from as Big look to get themselves to the B site.
Time is ticking now, 50 seconds left. There's going to be the push through the smoke. They go. Robin, he's been big so far. There's going to be actually a 2-for-2 trade, but Mighty Max in the site, trying to hold on long enough for the rotations to come in, but Xantares finds the kill, putting it onto a 2 versus 2 situation. The bomb will go down, but Crucial spots him at the end. Or he
huge.
Just wallbanged him? I think he just randomly shot him through the smoke, got the kill. Peek from Keto, they almost line up, gets tagged down to 34, doesn't want to go for the reload, picks up another gun and finds the catch onto Crucial, keeping his team alive once more.
Coming through apartments though, Endpoint kind of have a little bit of a stack going onto the A site. 3 players, a default setup, but Big, they need to find the kills already. 1 player doing a lot of noise. Citizen will check that out. Mighty Max holding it down. A little bit of a crossfire setup. Surreal with 2. And just like that, Endpoint are able to finish it out. Vertigo 2 be played out next. 1-1 in the maps.
Unorthodox is the word I'm looking for, X-Warrior.
Yeah, it is. It is a little. But now, with a few players remaining here, Endpoint will try and go for it. Big are able to find the win with a bomb plant, taking its time to go down. But Crucial finding that frag might be crucial. Smoke to be thrown gives them a little bit of room. But they need more frags than this. 2v4 isn't a scenario that they can really beat up against. They know exactly where they are. They've got the right lineups, different corners covered. As Crucial does find one more frag into 1v3, 5 HP remaining. Gonna check his back just in case. Not gonna be able to find anyone. Keto right behind that barrier. But it's big.
Lurk towards that B bomb site for the time being, but Crucial, this is some aggressive peeking. Searson, however, finds Mighty Max for the opening pick, and that's the man advantage for Big again.
It is indeed. Flames, though, they do line up for him. Tizian is the one to win out that trade with a headshot onto his opponent there. Israeli will fall from the server for this time being. Surreal, though, holding down the line a little bit too wide. xantares, 2 angles for him to fend from, and one too many. Endpoint yet again on the back foot as Big. Even though they did concede the previous round, they will be taking this one. And they're wrapping it up, putting a ribbon on it. Maybe try and find the last 2 players remaining from the Endpoint side. They're pretty much trying to save these rifles.
Definitely again.
Yeah, no, it can be very scary. Big lining up towards the B site. Flames is able to find one. Not going to get traded out, though. He's able to hide away. Smoke to be thrown. Taken down to half HP with that HG grenade. Oh, look at the gap, though. That's an off angle that he can able to find. xantares not finding the headshot as he does creep through. Kreitch is out. Crucial needs to find the shot, but no. xantares with a headshot. xantares with 2. And that's going to be the bomb plant here from Big. An amazing push from them, leaving Mighty Max all by himself with nothing to do. We'll stick around for the exit frags, but no, Big have taken this, and the 4th is imminent for them.
Well, it is going to be a 1 versus 2 situation. It's still pretty close. The Kit is nearby, and did he hear Searson coming in from the flank? If he finds the catch here onto
Smoke as well.
Okay, this is doable. Ninja, let's go. Searson picks up the AK, swaps it in time. Does he get the spray control? Mighty Max so close, but it's Big winning the round in the end. Searson finds the kill.
Make it work, but now Big, they find themselves at a numbers advantage, although Tizian might as well be dead with 4 HP, can still shoot some bullets down, and he's able to find one. It's Tapson to find that kill onto Crucial, down to 3 versus 5. Mighty Max looking to go aggressive to one too many players to deal with as Tapson finds another. Big, make it look easy. The T side wants more, looking favorable for them. But it's Robin and Surreal to be left right now. The bomb to get planted for Big. And gonna collapse on the 6. This was yet another buy round here from Endpoint, not really working out for them. And they could definitely feel the pressure. I feel like they need to go for a little bit of a tactical timeout, trying to clear out their heads, get their mindset at the right level, try and be level-headed as they head into the next round, have the right strats in, and have a good plan on how they want to approach the next few rounds, and stop Big from being in that tempo spree, because it just looks unstoppable right now. Even though Robin might find these 2 frags, Big still have plenty of accumulated economy that can keep them going for the next few rounds. That cheaper T side just allows the build-up of the bank statements that much greater, and Endpoint doesn't quite have that under wraps, and they need to at this point. Big lining up here onto the B side. Looks like it's going to be fast. Flames able to find a nice little peek through, but it's only going to be good for 1. xantares find a trade through. The Surreal's able to shut him down. Damage inflicted. Taps him down to 1 HP. Still surviving, but finally gets shut down. Surreal dying to 7, but Endpoint with a numbers advantage, finally finding something favorable in their position. Getting one. Searson doesn't get through much out of that as Robin's able to shut him down. Tizian gets shut down from behind as well as Mighty Max joins in on the fray. It's a little bit caught off guard, and that's going to hurt. Double smoke coming out, and that means that Endpoint are blocked out of their own site. Big finding access. Bomb to get planted in a little bit of an unorthodox position, getting a little bit planted to that left side, but no! Robin knows of this, goes for the spray down, finds it out, and that means that they do delay the bomb plant. Now going for that save one. They're able to get it down, but down to a 3v3, this is still possible for Endpoint.
Flash comes out, but there's Tizian with the kill. Tries to get himself behind fold. Now it's going to be a 2-on-2, but Searson towards sandbags. Can he hold and defend that bomb? Surreal is going to go for the ninja defuse, but Searson, great flick, drops him dead. Luckily, there's going to be Keto to save the day. Him with those are the shots he normally tends to connect. Keto's burning up in the molly, taken down by Surreal as well. Another repeat aggressively. And this is something they haven't really done too much from Endpoint's perspective, and that's get aggressive. They managed to get themselves a 2-man advantage. It gets dwindled down to 1. Searson behind the smoke. Ooh, actually, Tapson finds Mighty Max somehow through the smoke with a headshot. It's going to be a 3-on-3 situation, and soon they're rotating the players away from B. 1 holding mid, 2 going for that A bomb site, and that AWP from Searson finds Robin. gets spotted out, but he knows exactly where Robin is. Where Flames is right now. Flames jumping up, shut down Sirson with his second of the round, and it's going to be Surreal in a 1 versus 3. He can't get the job done. That's double digits. We're 10.
But Endpoint, I think it may be a little bit too far out of reach. Now, on the latter stages of today, getting later in the evening, think people are getting tired. Players are getting tired, and it is often that some of these teams on the third map can steamroll the third and final decider. But big to find that numbers advantage once more. Robin together with Crucial, holding it down. But Big throwing out some nades to get their push started. Robin gets sprayed down from tabseN, and Keto with some aggression finds it. This is going to be simple stuff. Crucial still alive somehow. He's able to find 2. Maybe with another peek out, he could find 3, but he's going to get pinced in from 2 different angles. He needs to be careful from xantares because he's holding it down. Surreal, one too many players to deal with, and Pig with... And that's the reason why xantares, he's able to find that quick one. But with that aggression, they kind of want to lurk to the B side. They will be able to get to it without any problem whatsoever. The fact that Endpoint have both of the players on towards A, that's going to be that big. I'm calling it from now. It's going to be that 13-2 scoreline. As much as we want an underdog story for this round in particular, I think they need to press the reset button for the next half because there's a long road ahead. 13-2 is such a big difference. Now, we saw some sort of a comeback of sorts, but it was to that 10th mark. It was up to double digits. It never really got to that equalizing potential. And seeing that Endpoint need to show
times that they've got the opening pick, they won the round. My God, 100% score rate in that. Of course, they got it, one up Endpoint from the previous map in that regard, but can they get it done? There's going to be the push towards that A bomb side. tabseN needs to be careful with the utility.
Oh no!
tabseN's going to get overwhelmed by the Glocks, taken down by Robin. The push towards the side comes in, and that's going to be Endpoint getting themselves on the side. Bomb plant will come through. Utility is only a flash and a kit really for Big to go for the retake, and xantares gets a headshot through the smoke. Okay, that's a big plus to start the retake off with, and it's still fairly doable here, especially with the player that has the kit trying to stay hidden. Tizian gets some backup, but yeah, he's just going to get mowed down, and that's going to be all on syrsoN with 7 HP. Not really much hope. It's going to put Endpoint onto 3 rounds, and with that pistol win, if
well on start closing this one out, a nice solid buy round coming through. tabseN might catch Mighty Max off guard, but they just switched positions and they have no idea that just happened. No way. They have no idea, and that's going to be aggression from Mighty Max. 1-for-1 trade in the end as tabseN. He's able to trade through, but that's going to mean that his teammate does lose his life. Jumps up and down in panic as Flames does aggress, and it's 2 for that man. And Endpoint find themselves with a numbers advantage. 2 players more than their opponents as they are trickling onto the A site. Smokes to be thrown out before they get the cross on, but Tizian will go for it either way. They're looking to play aggressive. They're looking to be commanding onto the A site and say no, put their foot down and stamp on it and say this is our site for the time being. And Bing, they're looking strong. Deagle Peak coming in for Surreal, meaning that Tizian is the only player surviving for Big, though Endpoint, they could well on continue with their winning ways. They can well on get the bomb planted and win off this 5th. But Big, so close to that end. But they're not going to get to it just yet.
Yeah. It seems their morale has not been busted yet on the Endpoint side, getting themselves the crucial kills there and shutting them down. But Tizian goes for a little bit of a bunny hop. tabseN dropped actually by Flames. The op flick is not going to connect, and Flames another double secured to trying to open up that A bomb site. xantares towards full. Pretty much has to go big here, but can't get it done, especially not if Flames is all of a sudden. You swap sides with the man, gets himself on the T side, and Endpoint start fragging like crazy.
They do. Endpoint though, start close out the gap slowly but surely. I mean, we've talked about what is the threshold for kind of the believing in the comeback, but Endpoint need to believing it from the get-go. They need to start thinking that they can do this. And with surviving with 5 players does give them that more confidence heading into this one. And they may go for a little bit of a search and kill party against Tizian. Saving this rifle is what we would like, but not what he wanted. Push coming through towards the B site. Crucial going aggressive with the AWP lineup there from Keto, finding 1 frag. But does he expect the push from Crucial? No, he does not. pick coming through, but the other side of the map holds true for Searson, finding two as well. Searson coming up huge with the AWP crucial, finding Tizian, and that's the opening for the B side if they get the rotation in time. Robin coming in soon, Molly to be thrown before the rotation coming from Big, but they do have a numbers advantage at that. Bomb to get planted, but they're taking some time, making sure that the site is completely clear. But look at this. Multiple angles. Actually going to be thrown from connector as well. Multiple incendiaries thrown.
It's the op flank as well. That is some nutty push. That is some confidence behind your opper.
He's expecting it though. Oh, doesn't even matter.
Good enough. Searson is a god, and he is an absolute
no way
animal. 4K in the round. Pretty much almost all the kills came from
up close and personal. Aggression coming in from scaffolding, but not going to follow through with that. Endpoint seem to want to stack towards ramp, but Tabson finds one. Crucial not really helping out with that flash. And that might be costly with Big finding the numbers advantage at that. They could try and end things right here, right now, but they need more picks. And Tabson will aggress finding one, falls back before he dies. Down to half HP though, and Endpoint not able to punish out just yet. Pushing through scaffolding, peaks coming through. Searson, he's able to find everything under control for the Big side. xantares with the last frag. Surreal all by himself. In the 1v4 with an AK-47, no YouTube by his side. This is surely it. Peeking through, xantares having the right angle on it. Big end of this series, 16-8 on the last and final map, being Vertigo. That is it.